Welcome in, everyone. I'm Renee, the visionary here at the Phoenix Uprising. Throughout this video, you will see intuitively selected images that I've chosen meant to reflect the current energy and help you tap into your own intuition. This is a general collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest for others. Please note that I am not a medical professional, and these readings are meant solely for your enjoyment. I'm going to start the reading by clearing the space of any residual energy. You will hear a series of 3 chimes starting now. If you have any specific questions for Source, I encourage you to ask those questions now. Let's begin. I'm seeing the Queen of Cups and the Justice card. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing. She's a natural caregiver. She's loyal and honest, compassionate, supportive. She has her emotions under control. She's highly intuitive. She has deep emotions, but she is not ruled by her emotions. She takes a balanced and honest, intuitive approach to resolving conflict and getting the desired outcome. Justice is, of course, about balance and truth, fair decision, being impartial when making those decisions. Logical, weighing your options. I'm hearing tantrum and spilled milk. Tantrum. This could be how you once responded in the past and conducted yourself, or it could be a person that you're dealing with that's in your energy right now. Spilled milk is talking about, of course, something that's already happened, something that's already transpired. So there's someone in your energy that perhaps they have a problem with the energy that you're stepping into, because I feel like you are carrying the energy of the Queen of Cups. This person doesn't like that. I'm hearing be prepared to receive and viewing a situation in a different way. Maybe you're seeing the why behind the past, which ultimately helps you to push forward. That is part of the Queen mindset. Working through all of the questions that you have about why something had to happen or go down the way that it did. And not only acknowledging it, but working through it and getting past it. I feel like you're also seeing things from a higher perspective, a more evolved or mature mindset, and also acknowledging the part that you played in your own misery. She knows that not everything is everyone else's fault, right? What did we allow in the past that we're not allowing in our energy now? I feel like you've also been learning when to let things go from the past, not crying over spilled milk and past situations. I'm not saying that you weren't perhaps a victim, but there's a difference in having been a victim and living in victimhood mentality, because we can carry that so far into the future that it halts our progress. I feel like you're really learning how to let things go, learning how to let people go who do not serve your highest good. And that's real growth. It's hard to be in a receiving soft feminine energy when we're full of anger and resentment. If you can dream it, you can do it. Well, queens have the drive coupled with high intuition, especially the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is not governed only by her emotions, right? Because she has her emotions in check. I'm hearing woman of wealth and vast wealth. When you're in this queen energy, she makes good financial decisions. She attracts abundance. Not only can she attract wealth, but she can also maintain her blessings. I feel like you've gone through a period of learning to balance your masculine aspects or energy, which we all have both, with the feminine aspects within yourself. Perhaps before You were either out of balance by being too emotional, or you were being too logical and resisting all emotion, right? Both of those are out of balance. But I feel like you're really working hard to balance and temper your emotions with your logical mind. Masculine energy is action driven. Feminine energy is softer, right? It's receiving energy. You don't chase things. Masculine chases, right? Basically, they're action oriented. Feminine energy attracts. She doesn't have to chase. She doesn't have to work so hard at being successful. But if you have always been in scenarios where you've lived in masculine energy as a female, it's hard to get into that softer feminine energy. Maybe a lot of people have depended on you in the past, and you really didn't have the opportunity to be very feminine because, you had to get things done. But I feel like now you are purposefully trying to live a slower life, a more balanced life. The Queen of Cups is a strong queen, but she is a soft queen. She has a soft, nurturing energy. And that's not just about nurturing others. It's also about nurturing yourself first and foremost. Being softer with yourself, not being in a rush all the time. Slowing your life down. I feel like in the past you had to be the doer, right? But now, maybe your children are grown and leaving the house, right? Maybe you're, for the first time, able to step into a more fulfilling, richer life. You're taking time to read books. You're slowing down and taking time to enjoy your coffee in the morning. You're romanticizing your own life, right? You're taking time for self-care. You're taking long baths. You're doing your skincare regimen and you're not rushing through it, You're really trying to embody the feminine divine. I'm seeing the sparrow and the hippo. Well, the sparrow is skilled in nest building. I feel like some of you are actually feminizing your environment, right? Painting your walls pink, or you know what I'm saying? The house sparrow can actually swim underwater, which also hints back to the Queen of Cups being emotional, water, energy. And of course, sparrows embody air energy, which is logical energy. So that also points to the balance between those two. Sparrows play a vital role in balanced ecosystems. They help control insect populations, and they're also pollinators, of course. Interesting thing about hippos, they make their own sunscreen. They secrete a natural oil from their skin. Maybe you've been really into natural oils, using them on your skin, with carrier oils and things like that, or having a natural oil going in a burner to make your house smell really good. Ooh, I really smelled vanilla when I said that, or a baked good, like vanilla cookies or something, right? Hippos can be extremely territorial. Of course, they're thick-bodied animals. Maybe you're a thick-bodied girl, which is, hey, embrace that. The thing about them is that they're much faster, both in water and on land, than most people think. Dominant females lead the herd. So even as the divine feminine, she still has dominant energy, right? She's not completely soft. Just like the Queen of Cups is not completely soft. Now, she is very supportive and loving and compassionate, but she tempers that with knowing what she deserves. And I feel like the Queen of Cups can and will exercise her authority because she's highly intuitive. You don't play in the Queen of Cups face. You might think that you're getting by with something, but I promise you you're not. For the majority of you, I don't feel like this person who's having the tantrum and crying over the spilled milk is you. I feel like this is somebody who you are not allowing access to your energy anymore, and they can't stand it. I mean, really, honestly, it looks like a little man-child having a fit, right? When you cut access to someone who benefited off of your naivety or your savior complex, right? They do tend to have outbursts, don't they? With this woman of wealth card and the vast wealth, my goodness, you are building your empire. You're really, you are really, wow, okay. You're really embodying this divine feminine energy. The queen has her emotions under control. That doesn't mean that she won't show you and tell you how she feels when the occasion calls for it. It just means that she is living a softer life and she is not bothered by these tantrums anymore. Throw yourself on the floor and kick and scream and fight the air and, do whatever you want to do, whatever, makes you feel better. This person is no longer fit for your energy. And I'm not saying that you're better than this person. I'm just saying that you're not an energetic match anymore. Let's put it that way, right? They tucker themselves out because they don't know how to control their emotions. And you're not willing to tolerate that anymore. The Queen of Cups cannot be with someone like this. If you have your emotions under control, the thought of being saddled with someone who is unable to self-regulate their emotions, the thought of that is unbearable. I'm saying peppermint and rosemary. Well, I do know one thing about mint. It is very prolific when it grows. One little piece of mint in your garden, and if you guys are gardeners, you know exactly what I mean. You will have a whole stand of mint. And I feel like that is mirroring the notion of building the vast wealth. Peppermint as a plant, though, aids in digestion and relaxation. It reduces stress and anxiety. It helps relieve headaches. Rosemary improves cognitive function. It's also an antioxidant and an anti-inflammatory. It stimulates hair growth and can relieve muscle pain. There will be people in your energy that will try to push you into a more masculine energy or masculine role, right? Those that want to be taken care of. And you wear yourself out trying to give it to the wrong people. Queens don't do that. This is a queen who is on her way to being an empress. I don't know that you're quite there, but you're well on your way for sure. Take some time to think. With this, viewing a situation in a different way and take time to think. If you can dream it, you can do it. The Queen of Cups has the drive coupled with high intuition, and she's governed her emotions. She makes sound decisions. She takes time to think rationally. Her emotions are in check. She's not overly emotional. Just because she is the Queen of Cups doesn't mean she's overly emotional. Because if you're entertaining energy like this, you'll never move into this woman of wealth or vast wealth energy. And when I say vast wealth, I mean whatever you're considering, whatever you're putting your thoughts and energy into, this will be something that will not only take care of you, it will take care of the next generation and possibly even the next one after that. It's about legacy, right? You're learning to attract. You don't have to work yourself to death. You don't have to spin plates. You don't have to perform for other people. You can put forth the effort that needs to be put forth. It's about working smarter, not harder. For some of you, I feel like you're embarking on something truly foreign to you. For some of you, I think it's going to be online success. Not necessarily a YouTube channel or, something like that, but maybe you're getting into digital marketing or drop shipping or, you know what I mean? It's something like that you've never done before. And if you're not young and hip to the digital world, you're releasing an outdated mindset. Maybe that's what it is. With the VCR tape, that's an outdated thing, right? But you're moving past that and you're thinking outside the box for yourself, right? You know that there's an easier way to do things and be successful. And I believe you're absolutely right. You're definitely onto something with that. So if that's something that you've been considering, I would say go for it. A time frame for forward movement, I feel like, is next winter. I feel like your life could be drastically different next winter. I would just say continue to hold space for yourself. Embody this natural feminine energy. Because once you really lean into that, you will be exuding the energy that attracts others to you. Not only other people, but opportunities. You'll be absolutely magnetic. As always, I pray for your abundance in all good things and encourage you to take the next step of your journey with confidence and a renewed sense of hope. I like to leave you with the food for thought quote of the day. And today's quote is, "When you believe in your dream and your vision, it begins to attract its own resources. Unknown, only up from here, and together we rise."